By this point, our customer, Audrey, has agreed to a price with our sales consultant, Matthew. The experience has been great so far, and now we move into the conversation with Whitney, the finance manager. Now remember, Matthew introduces Whitney earlier during the needs assessment, so it should make this transition easier since it's with someone familiar. So let's see how this conversation goes. While you're watching, take note of how Matthew hands Audrey off to Whitney and pay attention to how Whitney offers their various finance products. Enjoy.
So when you go on a road trip, who usually drives?
We split the difference.
So now you're gonna fight over who's behind the wheel?
Possibly. There's never been a battle fought over the minivan.
No, I'm gonna be taking you into the exciting part now, by the way.
Oh, you sure you can't keep helping me?
Oh, do you like my jokes? You'd be the first person to. Don't worry, you met Whitney earlier. Trust me, you're in excellent hands, all right? And the best way I can help you at this point is by passing you off to an expert.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go in with you. We'll get Whitney up to speed, make sure everybody's all on the same page.
Okay.
Great, come on. Hey, we're back.
Hi.
Test drive went well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got her heart set on the CX-5 in Soul Red, practically inseparable.
Great choice.
Yeah, Whitney, Audrey's family's actually looking to do a lot of different family adventures together, and they have a trip to Yosemite planned next.
Oh, that is so nice. Isn't it so calming just to get out of the city and go somewhere you can see the stars?
Totally.
Now, Audrey, this whole process will take you roughly 30 minutes, but don't worry, Whitney's a pro. She'll keep the whole conversation on target, get you out in your time window, okay?
Perfect. Thanks.
Great. All right, you two. See you in a few.
Bye.
See ya.
Audrey, I want to make sure that we spend enough time together, that you know all your options and you feel really comfortable. Okay? All right, so I know that you said you were outdoorsy, but there's lots of different types of outdoorsy, you know? And Matthew mentioned Yosemite, which is great. I want to know what type you are. Is it more hiking, biking, skiing?
All of the above, really.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, mostly hiking, but my husband and I, we love to take our daughter on adventures together.
Oh, great.
But so anything goes, really. Last week was zip lining.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. You see, with my husband, his definition of outdoorsy is bowling. So it's good for me to clarify.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So how do you plan on keeping your CX-5 in peak condition for going up these winding roads to see all these great sights?
Oh, well, I'm generally proactive. If something feels off, I'll take it in right away.
Great.
With my van, that was more often than I'd like. And to be honest, I haven't really found a shop that I'm comfortable with. We took the van to a bunch of different places, but I'm kind of getting tired of dealing with quality and prices that are just all over the place.
Right, of course. Who doesn't get tired with that? I know that's super frustrating. You know what I think would be great for you is our Mazda Extended Confidence Prepaid Maintenance Plan. You'll just bring in the CX-5, we'll make sure everything on it is working great. You get the same great service, you get one low price, and you can actually pay for it with your monthly payments, so you don't have to pay up front.
That sounds good. That might work. What's the time commitment like?
Well, you can do it up to 5 years.
5's a big commitment.
Okay.
Could we maybe do 3?
Absolutely, no problem.
right.
How long did you have your van?
Oh gosh, since before my daughter was born.
So 8, 9 years-ish?
About that. We
Okay.
bought it used and ran it into the ground.
So the way that I see you probably using your car, I would definitely recommend our Mazda Extended Service Contract. It really gives extra life to that standard bumper-to-bumper warranty that we have. And you actually get 24-hour roadside service, which is amazing.
Yeah, I love the sound of that. But the main problem with the van was honestly a blown tire here or there.
You have to watch out for that rocky terrain.
No.
You know, I've actually worked with a lot of outdoorsy people in the past, and their eyes always light up at our tire and wheel protection plan.
Okay.
You're gonna find out why. It's unreal. You can actually, for just $10 a month, have any service on any tire or wheel damage. You can just come in, we'll repair it, no worries. When you think about it, if there's just one blown tire, your whole plan is paid for itself for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really useful. Yeah, what's the time frame on that one?
Well, we can do 3 years or 5 years.
Okay, let's stick with 3.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that we have everything perfect here for you. You're interested in our 3-year prepaid maintenance plan and our 3-year tire and wheel plan, and we're just going to hold off on the extended service contract for now.
Yeah, I love the sound of that. Sounds good.
Great. I'm just going to finish up the paperwork here, and then we'll need a few signatures from you.
Okay.
And then you will officially be a part of the family here at Paul's Mazda.
Awesome.
Okay. Then we can take you down to see Justin in service. We'll schedule your first service appointment before introducing you to your new car.
Well, that went pretty well. Now let's cover this interaction in two main segments: the handoff to finance, and then the discussion of finance products. Starting with the handoff, Matthew performs what we like to call a warm transfer. He walks Audrey over and sets her expectations about the conversation she's about to have. And when Audrey expresses concern about working with someone different, Matthew reassures her by highlighting Whitney's expertise. It certainly helps that they met earlier, right? And that's not the end of our warm transfer. Once in the room together, Matthew gives Whitney some facts that'll help her in her conversation with Audrey. Matthew shares his notes about Audrey's outdoorsy family and their upcoming trip to Yosemite, since it could have implications for what kind of products Whitney should emphasize. And just before he leaves, Matthew sets Audrey's expectation on timing, emphasizing that 2-hour window. This is another clue for Whitney to use. Moving into the heart of the interaction now, where Whitney and Audrey discuss finance products. Whitney picks up the conversation where Matthew left off, and she asks open-ended questions to learn more about Audrey's needs. This is similar to the needs assessment Matthew conducted earlier. Notice how Whitney shares some information about herself to continue making Audrey feel comfortable. How could you forget that picture of Whitney's husband bowling? And while only 3 products were pitched to Audrey, the key here isn't the number. This is only a brief example, and Whitney shows us the importance of connecting each product offered directly to the customer's needs. Maintain your customer's confidence by paying attention to what they're saying. Challenge yourself to find the right products for your customer's lifestyle and driving habits. You may also remember how Whitney compliments Audrey's choice on the CX-5. It's important for you to build value in your customer's choice and make them feel reassured that they're making the right decision. Once Audrey's ready to sign, Whitney explains what will happen next regarding the scheduling of her first service appointment and delivery. If you think about it, you realize Audrey's been informed of the path ahead at each stage of the journey. In summary, demonstrate that your team is one unit by making a warm transfer to finance, get to know your customer better to learn about their needs, present relevant products based on those needs, and always set expectations around what will happen next. So, how is this different from what you do in your dealership? And what would you have done to make it better? We'll pick things back up for an inspiring delivery of Audrey's new CX-5.